Hello, all my beautiful little Wendiglets. Okay, so it has been a little while since I put up a video, but considering how busy we've been lately, I've just been like dead tired and all that stuff. So I very much apologize for that, but hopefully this will make up for it because here I am in all my shining glory. Um, and my hair is growing in really fast. You guys see that? Look at that. Look at that. Look how fast it's growing in. That's just crazy. That's the Apache blood. Anywho, let's see what's going to go on in this video. Well, we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A, and then we're going to go over any of the answers that you guys have sent in for the contest. And then, after that, I'm going to point out where I will be next and some other fun stuff like that. So, here we go. Let's dive right into this shit. MBarrel49 said, Chris, could you see Bruno and Mia on the TV show Hoarders in 10 years, given how much stuff they have? Yes, and MBarrel, sadly, you don't even know the half of it. The stuff that you see in their videos, the stuff that you see in the rooms and all that, that's maybe half of the shit that they have. Crazy thing is that they have a garage in their house, and they don't put cars in there. No, they put all the other shit in there, which is a lot of Power Rangers crap. They have a stack of, like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 stacks together of DVDs from Power Ranger-y stuff, not just American Power Rangers, but also Sentai, Super Sentai stuff. But they have 6 or 7 stacks that must be at least 3.5 feet tall each. That's just movies. That's just movies. That's insane. They have so much shit. Yes, so could I see them on Hoarders? Unfortunately, yes. That's just the way it is. Jordan Littleton said, Hey, Chris and Shayla, y'all should get Periscope. Just watched y'all on Ciara's Periscope. I did download Periscope. I haven't started using it yet, but I have downloaded it, and once I figure out how the hell to use it and all that shit, then you'll see me periscoping. If that's a verb. I don't know. Whatever all the cool kids say nowadays. Let's see. We'll go to first Michael Popovich, or Popovich, probably Popovich. Hey Chris, would you ever take an acting job as a superhero? And then immediately after that, they asked, one more question. Would you take the Red Ranger job in Lost Galaxy full time? Please answer. So would I ever take an acting job as a superhero? Well, I kind of already did. That's essentially what a Power Ranger is. Would I ever take one now? I don't know. I'm not really looking to act anymore. I mean, it would have to be something that, like, I'm just 100% dead set for and all that. So, I don't know. I can't really answer you yes or no with that. But I can say that I have taken a Power Ranger, a superhero job, and that was as a Power Ranger. Now, one more question. Would you take the Red Ranger job in Lost Galaxy full time? Well, if I had done that, then nobody would have gotten to see Slavin as the Red Ranger, and that would suck because I thought that Danny did a great job, and he is my good buddy. I love Danny, so maybe at the time I would have been like, yeah, let me just keep going with the job. I was like that. I was kind of bummed when they first told us, okay, well, we're gonna do what they do in Japan now, and totally change up all the cast and all this every year. And I was just like, oh, thanks for starting that shit on my season. Thank you. Very helpful. But, in hindsight, like I said, if I had taken it or if I had gotten it, then there would not have been any Danny Slavin playing as Leo. So, that would have sucked. Although, truth be told, it does not make much sense to me that my character anyways, like, left my spaceship with them. Why in the fuck would I do that? Well, why in the fuck would Andros do that? Short answer is he wouldn't. That makes literally no sense. So, I don't know. Whatever. Uh, Hacky Zach had two little comments here, talking about the contest that we were doing. Yay! We're getting into that. So for the contest, a little bit of a recap here. The contest was, I wanted you guys to come up with two comic book type superheroes, one male, one female, and they could be a good guy, they could be a bad guy. There goes Shizuka meowing. Uh, Good guy, bad guy, didn't matter. But I wanted to see a good guy, a guy, and a girl. There you go. And what was the prize? What is the prize? The prize is 2 badges, or tickets rather, to this year's 2015's Kamikaze that's here in LA. That's at the Los Angeles. What the hell is it? The Los Angeles Convention Center, I believe, or something. No, something like that. I can't remember. You can look it up. It's easy to find it. It's all over, everywhere. It is in LA. It is October 30, 31, and then November 1st. So, if you were to go, you would be there for Halloween. Wow, really cool. And I do know this, that pretty much every vendor, everybody's tables will have candy for kids. I think they're talking about having like 20,000 people there this year. So, lots of candy for kids. Tons and tons and tons of candy for kids. But anyways, I digress. So that's what the contest is. So Hacky Zach went with, the female character is Electrode. She's able to command electricity with 2 mechanical gloves she built herself. She has an extremely high IQ and built the prototype as a young teen. She has no abnormal power, just an average girl with a huge brain. Okay. And then the guy is Subman. Works at Subway selling food and isn't a disgusting pervert. Shut up. That's cute. Thank you, Hacky Zach. Shut up, Shizuka. Jesus. But then, I'm assuming it's a he because it says Hacky Zach. I don't know too many girls named Zach, so we'll just say he. Kind of revised it a little bit and then said again, female villain names Electrode. She uses 2 mechanical gloves she built herself to harness atmospheric electricity to then use against people who stand in her way. And male hero is again Subman. He works at Subway and isn't Jared. Haha. Cute. Okay, moving on. I'm not voicing any opinion about anything that's going on with Jared or Subway or whatever. I will say that I love their subs. So, there you go. You know, the meatball sub or... No, the BMT, actually. I like the BMT. But anyways, moving on up. Morphin Reviewer 97 said, another awesome Q&A video, Chris and Shayla. This is regards to our last Q&A video. I do have a quick question for Chris. What was the audition process like for you when you auditioned for Power Rangers? And did you audition for any other Ranger other than Red? It would be awesome if you could answer this question in your next Q&A or just reply back. Thanks so much, and keep making awesome videos. So, I have answered what the audition process was like for me. If you would care to, you can go back and check that out in some of the other videos that I've done. I've actually answered it quite a few times. However, I will answer, did I audition for any other Ranger other than Red? No. I didn't even know like who the character was or anything like that until I got there. All I knew was that I was just auditioning for Power Rangers for one character. That was it. Because at that time, they already had the rest of the team already filled up. So, and they already knew that the villain was going to be a girl. Astronema was going to be, Melody. I don't know if they knew that it was going to be Melody, but they already knew that it would be female, and that the leader of the Power Rangers would be her brother. So, yeah, there really wasn't any other roles for me to even read for, because that was pretty much it. But that's pretty good. Pretty good answer. Question, rather. Kiro Kishin says, I'll be working at the Pittsford haunted house those days, so even if I did have money to get out there, I still wouldn't be able to go. That sucks, Kiro Kishin. I know Kiro Kishin has come and joined us on our live streams many times now, and we always appreciate his or her comments. They're very good at it. They're very good at commenting and keeping things moving along. They were very active when Danny and I were playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse. So, with the name Kiro Kishin, very Japanese. I'm not all that surprised. Okay, I got some stuff here from my very good friend Wolf, aka Kyle, but everybody just call him Wolf anyways. Oh, look at that. Shayla's come out of the shower. Yes, we are. We're having a video. So, Wolf, first off, he says, don't enter me in this because I can't go. Just came up with a good idea. Okay, so, whatever. You know, he's just playing around, I guess. He did say later on, after he wrote this nice little paragraph, I was half asleep when I wrote that. You'll love me after you log into Ark. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, what he's talking about is a little game that he and I and Danny play every now and then, which is called Ark. We do it on our live stream. We do it through, we play it through Steam, and we play it on our live stream channel, which is at WCCLACT, and it's basically dinosaurs. Just shoot dinosaurs. That's roughly it. Build a house, shoot some dinosaurs, have fun with it. But what he is referring to as far as I love him when I log back in. Oh, look, there's Shayla waving in the background. She's right over this shoulder. There she is. You can see her hand. She's waving. What he was referring to is the fact that when I logged back on, I saw that he, in fact, had somehow gotten us 25 dinosaurs as pets, which is, wow. We have a friggin' zoo. But let's see what he said anyways. So the male character is White Wolf, very original. He is a man who was brought up in the woodlands of Oregon. When he was 4, he was bit by an Arctic wolf who strolled down to see what's up with Canada. Oh, see what's up from Canada. He has the power to metamorph into a white werewolf. He has 5 times the scent of smell than a normal wolf, so he can smell you rip one in your house. He is fast, agile, and can tear you limb to limb. He has no reason to use these powers until the person who raised him, Mungela, was killed by the evil Kokanus, who is a human scientist that crossed his DNA with a coconut. This is what Wolf came up with. His mighty coconut fists will make a building fall. So he now, I think he meant to say he's now out to seek revenge with his lady friend Red Fox, who is a childhood friend who has a family secret of ninjaness. She was born with the deformity of a tail and is a ginger girl. She was brought up in the way of the fox. Her parents were kidnapped. I'm pretty sure that he's making this as a joke, but okay. Parents were kidnapped by Coconus, brother Palmton, who also was a scientist who spliced himself with the palm tree. He's quite useless, but he has a lot of money to hire people. The two of them make a sneaky twosome when looking to find Coconus and his mighty henchmen, as well as Palmton. Well done, Wolf. Well done. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So you got a bad guy that's got the power of coconut, and you got another one who's got the power of palm tree. Well done. Okay, let's see what Colonel Pepper has for us. This is a female character. Valentina Zhao is a clone of the woman she once was. The beautiful 30-something-year-old psychiatrist/criminologist was reborn after suffering a horrible fate at the hands of a madman. Thanks to genetic modification, she has faster reflexes and an innate knowledge of combat. These modifications weren't enough, though, as on her first night on patrol, her right eye got damaged. Now outfitted with a monocle that detects micro vibrations in the air, she can see sounds, allowing her to detect when she is being ambushed and helping her locate any person hidden from her. The monocle also acts as a comm link. Valentina uses her new life and new tech to protect her city as the Wraith. Okay. And the next one is the male character. Fred is the name that the humans gave to him. He is a Shuntard, a race of lizard-like humanoids. In 2056, they arrived on Earth, and a terrible war ensued for 32 years. Now, in 2088, the Shuntards are hunted down, sent to the gladiatorial ring, and sentenced to death. Fred has learned Earth's languages. He understands the meaning of oppression. He also knows that man's terrorist is a Shuntardian freedom fighter. Two heroes for two very different storylines. My girlfriend wrote the Wraith, and I wrote Fred. I hope that's alright. Cool competition. Thank you, Colonel Pepper. That's pretty interesting stuff. Lizard guy and monocle chick. Okay. Next we got from Amsterdam, SP guy. Okay, I've come up with Razor, male hero, and Death Sentence, female villain. Okay. But I will point out that at the very end, he does say, I apologize if any of these creations are actually closer to home for some franchises out there. I'm only really familiar with Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man. Haha. Totally thought of those two in like 20 minutes. I'm in the UK, so probably not eligible for the prizes, but if you like these guys, Chris, an honorable mention would be fantastic. So you are getting that honorable mention, Camsterdam SP guy. So let's hear about Razor. Razor, aka Daryl Lee, is a 34-year-old modern-day samurai student who inherited a mystical amulet from his sensei for his hard work. He was told that this item held untapped power and would react to somebody deserving and who is capable of instilling the same hope or encouragement to those who had failed at achieving the Bushido way of life like he had years before. However, while he is honored to receive the amulet, he becomes obsessed with how to use it and wishes earnestly that he becomes the man deserving of instilling the same Bushido hope that his teacher had given him. Training in this state of mind, he eventually gets into an accident, crippling his spine, which costs him the same use of his arms and legs. His samurai life is over. Deeply bitter about his changed lifestyle and failure to live up to his teacher's expectation, the amulet ironically now grants him its untapped power. Daryl can now raise the dead of fallen samurai and can live through them to grant his own wish, to grant the Bushido encouragement to those who had failed or died, and give them purpose. As Razor, get it? It's Raiser. Got it, Razor. Daryl uses the dead as hosts to fight crime, using his trained skills through them and fighting them with powerful katanas. However, Razor can only sustain about 5 zombie hosts at one time, and with the more revived, the less control he has over them, and he is vulnerable while in the minds of the zombie samurais. Over the course of Daryl's stories, a common theme of his character is his building obsession of living through the dead at the expense of the life he has left. Is he himself dead already? That's actually what Amsterdam wrote. It's kind of like a little cliffhanger. And my female villain for some of Razor's stories is Death Sentence, Cyanea. Supposed to sound vaguely like sign here. Okay, Cyanea. Okay, yeah. Is a corrupt 23-year-old Japanese lawyer who can get any criminal off the hook for a price, nicknamed Death Sentence for her use of legal bindings. Saya utilizes unjust ways to manipulate the legal system in exchange for her employer signing dark contracts that obligate them to serve a rich overlord upon their evasion of death sentences. These contracts typically require the clients to pay a lot of money on a regular basis, keeping them in her debt. These people are used for their underworld connections, and our muscles are pawns for her schemes. Those less fortunate are contractually binded, I think it should be bound, to offer their life energy to revive this sealed overlord. Over the stories, who she is, how she became involved with this overlord is explained. Maybe she signed a death sentence contract of her own. While twisted and utterly ruthless in her ambition of reviving her master, in Saya's mind, there is never any true escape from a death sentence, and life is useless to the dead. It would be a shame to waste it. And in the end, true justice is always served. Huh. Okay, well, there is a very interesting backstory to that character. It's pretty well. You went into that one, Camsterdam. Bravo. I applaud you. Orochi7 says, "What's up, Chris and Shayla? I hope you both are doing well. I do have a question for Chris. If you were contacted by Marvel to write your own comic series starring the X-Men, which characters, other than Beast, would you use as your team of X-Men, and what would be the plot of your story arc? Thank you for reading my question, and take care." Well, let's see. Orochi7, sorry. If I was contacted by Marvel to write my own comic series starring the X-Men, God, I think that Disney's writing all their stuff now, so I don't even, they're not even really using the X-Men anymore because Disney owns it, and Fox owns it. Fox owns it, so that's why they don't do any movies anymore, and I don't know, it's just a big bullshit fight over what's going on. But I will say this. I wasn't contacted by anybody. However, for a while there, I was actually developing a story on my own involving the X-Men, just for fun. Literally, just for fun. That was it. I will give you a quick little breakdown of what was going on and who was involved. The Beast was in it, obviously. Professor X, Gambit, Nightcrawler, Logan, and who else was in it? I can't remember. It might have been Psylocke. I don't know. Essentially what I was going for was kind of like rewriting Age of Apocalypse, but not. Kind of doing that, but not. I love the Age of Apocalypse series. I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic, and I don't think it should be changed at all. In fact, my tag on the PSN is Dark Beast King, and that's because my favorite villain from Marvel is the Dark Beast. My favorite hero is Beast. My favorite villain is Dark Beast because he is just so fucking evil. He is just like crazy evil. The whole story with the Age of Apocalypse is just that Xavier died before really building the school, and Magneto came in to actually lead the school then, and he became the leader of the X-Men. They still called them the X-Men because it was in honor of Xavier, because he and Xavier were best friends. And the big thing in the future, or the big thing there, is that with the Age of Apocalypse, is that mutants basically run everything. And really, it's Apocalypse himself that runs everything. And humans, flat scan humans, that is, humans that do not have any superpowers mutantly, are kind of on the decline as far as living anymore. They're not really doing too well. And the X-Men still trying to fight for that, equality between mutant and non-mutant. It's not mutant and human, because mutants are humans. That's one thing I never understood when people, even in the comic books themselves, a lot of the characters sit there, human rights, not mutants. Mutants are humans, stupid. They're human. They're just, DNA is just a little altered, that's all. But they're humans, you jackass. But anyways, yeah, I was writing a story going on with if Xavier lived, but a lot of the other X-Men died. Most of the other X-Men, like Jean Grey and Scott Summers, Bobby Drake, Warren Worthington, Colossus, what the hell's his name? Piotr, Rasputin. I think his last name is Rasputin, because if there's anybody that's ever Russian, their last name has to be Rasputin nowadays. I don't know why. But yeah, them and like almost basically everybody else from the X-Men was just dead. And big war going on between not just mutants, but, you know, all of the Marvel superheroes, or, you know, whatever you want to call them. You know, a lot of people might not call the Punisher a hero, but other people would. I personally think he is. But, you know, all of those characters, the main characters, you know, fighting in a big war with kind of like a military thing going on where, you know, regular people are just sick of people with superpowers, and they're just basically murdering everybody off. Just, you know, the regular people were going out of their way to use technology to just kill people who had superpowers. And I think I had written in that Spider-Man had died, and, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it's really sad because nobody ever wants Spidey to die. Everybody loves Spidey. I love Spidey. Spidey's awesome. But I was writing it just to pull on some heartstrings there. Boy, went off on a tangent there. But I never went that far with it. So, whatever. Next is up Jordan Littleton. Yet again. Axeman. He uses a hatchet all the time, and he has invisible powers. And Sana has no power. She knows Taekwondo. Or, that's close to what he wrote there. And she has the spirit of the white tiger. Okay. Let's see. Anything else that we want to jump into right quick? The Drill of Power was actually talking about something that Shayla had brought up. Says, I understand I have a soft spot for animals too, but hey Shayla, you will be doing more good than bad when operating. Shayla was talking about in one of the last videos that when she was young, she wanted to be a veterinarian up until the point where she was told that yes, you are going to have to cut them open and do that, and then she was like, nope, not doing that. And I explained that every child at some point has wanted to be a veterinarian, usually up until the point where they hear about you got to cut them open and shit. Anywho, even after you see the animal's guts and wounds, treating it and fixing it, so even after you see all the animal's guts and wounds, treating it and fixing it so it has another day to live for is the best result, but I know how you feel, lol. Okay, so the Drill of Power is merely saying that, yeah, queasy. Cutting things open. Queasy time. Myre, or maybe Mayor Villalobos. I don't know how to pronounce that name, which is funny because there's only 5 letters to it. But I want to know if you'll be going to Power Morphicon next year. If you are, I will see you there. If not, then I hope to see you on the next Power Morphicon. I cannot really answer that right now. You're going to have to wait and see what happens on Morphicon's own site. So, they'll let you know who is or who isn't going. Actually, they'll just let you know who is going. So, there we go. Adam Kilsier said, hey Chris and Shayla, Chris, did you watch SummerSlam recently? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? P.S. I'm a big fan of yours. I think I actually answered that one. So, no, it's about SummerSlam. It's a wrestling thing. Did I watch SummerSlam? No, I didn't. So I don't have any thoughts on it. So anyways, those are some of the entries that we had for the little contest that we're doing. And there you go. I think we're going to wait until we get a couple more before we actually announce a winner. So keep them coming in, please. Definitely, keep them coming in. And now, for the wrap-up, what are we going to be doing later on? Well, I want to point out that the next convention that I will be at is the Long Beach Comic Con. That is in September. That is September 12 and 13, so it's just 2 days. It's a Saturday and Sunday, I believe. There are five other Power Ranger actors that are going, as well as the Ninja Turtles are going to be there, and they're bringing the Ninja Turtle van. So that's pretty cool. You got me, and then the Ninja Turtles. Me and the Ninja Turtles. Again. Together again. And I could probably kick them all in the head again, just like I did the last time.
Oh, that would be cool if you did that. I could video that.
And if you guys didn't hear what Shayla just said, she says it would be cool if I did that. She could video it.
It's like a then and now.
To do a then and now. To show that nothing has really changed then. I'm still kicking the Ninja Turtles in their heads. So, like I said, that is September 12 and 13, but I do very much want to point out that we have spots available for Ranger Stop this year. Ranger Stop is November 13, 14, 15, and that is in Florida. Where's that at in Florida? Orlando. That is in Orlando.
Spots meaning for the meet and greet.
Yes, I know. In Orlando, Florida, I will be having a meet and greet. Yes, a meet and greet on the Friday.
The 13th.
That weekend. Is that really right? Friday is the 13th?
Friday the 13th at
Wow.
9 p.m., yeah.
Friday the 13th. My meet and greet will be going on at 9 p.m. We do have we have spots available for that, so you gotta sign up for that because it's getting there. It's getting pretty close. I mean, we're already up to September. You got 2 months to go, so sign up for that. And I promise you this: you will get pictures there from me that you will not get anywhere else because I will not be selling them at the con or on my websites. I'm only going to be using these pictures that I'll be giving out as things for meet and greets. So you won't get them anywhere else.
If I talk, can they hear me?
Yes, well, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, let them know shortly after the video. I will post another reminder, and it'll have all the information of how they can get their ticket.
I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Shayla said that she is going to post up another reminder explaining how you guys can get tickets for it. She will do that later on. She was actually just taking a shower, so that's why she's not coming around from behind the dresser drawers over there, because she will probably be naked, or at the most wearing a towel. So, no thanks. Yes, so I think that wraps everything up. Like I said, I'm not going to announce a winner just yet, but it is getting very, very close, guys. So if you want to jump in on the superhero contest thing, and if you want a chance to win tickets to Kamikaze this year here in LA, where's it at? The LA Convention Center. That is where it is.
You also join your Twitch information?
Yes, I will. But yes, if you want to do that, you got to send them in. You gotta let me know. Let me hear from you. Let me know about your superhero ideas or your supervillain ideas. It doesn't have to be a good guy or a bad guy. Just make one dude and one chick. That's it. So, other than that, where else can you find me? You can find me on Facebook. My Facebook channels are, well, I have 3 of them. I have a personal one, but we're not going to talk about that. That's just boring. That's just me. Just being boring. But then we have the fan page, which is the Chris Lee Official. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. And that is where all of the information about what I will be doing or what I am doing right now is going up to. And then I have my own...
And also shared on my page, too.
Yes. It's also shared on Shayla's page. She always has to just jut in there with something to say because Shayla never shuts the hell up. I love you. But I also have my own Facebook page for my comic book, for my comic book company, West Coast Comics. You should look for that online. Go check it out, like it. It's great. West Coast Comics, and it's what I do. As well as Instagram. My Instagram is Christopher Khayman Lee. One word. Just one big, long, ridiculously, stupidly long name. Word. So check me out there. And you've already found my YouTube page. That's how you're seeing this. But my Twitch page is at WCCLACT. So we usually do live streams Saturday nights. Sometimes we do them on Sunday nights, though. Roughly around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you live somewhere else other than the west coast of America, do the math. I don't know. I don't know where you live. You'll have to figure out what time it would be. There we go. So that's it. I'm wrapping it all up. I love you all, my beautiful little Wendiglets. Shayla does too. She's still in the bathroom
Waiting to get my bag.
waiting to come out so she can get dressed and stuff. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.
Mwah.